Hi, I'm Cindy Bertram. Thanks for joining me today on Good Ship Happens. And yes, we've had some kind of interesting issues with another hurricane going through. Once again, here I live in the Midwest. Outside Chicago, we had tornadoes that came up, and then there were some things that came up on the West Coast, but Hurricane Debbie came up. However, what's good too is with the cruise industry, they alter their sailings. They can move the ships around, which is great. And it hit a landfall, I think, on Monday in South Florida on the Gulf side. But once again, moving up to the East Coast. But once again, it did affect some cruise line itineraries. However, as mentioned, cruise ships, the cruise lines, they actually move their ships around. So, for instance, I know just to give you an update on what's going on with that too is I know Carnival Cruise Line ships out of Tampa and Jacksonville, Florida, were affected, and they kept an eye out too. Also, with the Carnival Paradise, they delayed her return into the Port of Tampa on Monday in light of the storm. But like I said, then the ship was scheduled to actually depart on Monday on a 6-day Caribbean cruise. But well, what they did was they decided to change that to leaving on Tuesday and shorten the vacation voyage by um, um, to 5 days. And once again, like I said, that's just another example too. And once again, they do updates. Okay, for instance, another one was Carnivalation. Had an itinerary sailing from Jacksonville. It was altered a course too. The ship was scheduled to depart on Monday, but it left a day earlier to avoid the storm. And also, as far as the Carnival Sunshine, um, expected to arrive into Charleston Thursday and that day on a Caribbean cruise. They were canceling their calls to Nassau just to stay out of the areas that were hit by the hurricane. Also, I know that with MSC Cruises, they canceled their August visit to when their MSC Seashore ship to Ocean Cay MSC Marine Reserve and in the Bahamas due to the high winds too. Also, I know that with Norwegian Cruise Line, what they did, they canceled a call at Key West on the Norwegian Sky on August 3rd. They remain at sea instead. And also, they also canceled their ships calling the following day at the private out island, Great Stirrup Cay in the Bahamas. So the Norwegian Sky visited Nassau in the Bahamas instead. And I know that with Royal Caribbean, they mentioned their Symphony of the Seas did skip a call at Port Canaveral on Sunday and race in flavor of a sea day instead. And so it sailed out of Cape Liberty, Bayonne, New York on Friday on a 7-day Caribbean cruise. And once again, with Vision of the Seas, which is another Royal Caribbean ship, she sailed out of Baltimore on a 5-day Bermuda cruise on Saturday. Was not going to be staying overnight in Bermuda on Monday. They would be departing. So once again, too, it goes back to cruise lines have the capability of being able to move their ships around to avoid the hurricanes and the storms and to keep safe too. And we're getting past that too. I've got some friends that do live southern Florida. They got through it okay too, which is great. So once again, just goes back to that's one thing that's really a good benefit as far as the cruise industry, because once again, if hurricanes do come up, they can move their ships around. However, one thing too is with the cruise industry too is sometimes in the past, if hurricanes hit some of the ports, they would donate things, which is really, really wonderful. It's just another wonderful gesture that the cruise industry does too. But once again, too, is if you're worried about sailing on a ship during a hurricane, of course, remember the cruise lines navigate their ships to sail out of it too. Also, they might delay their ships, cut the sailings a bit shorter. But once again, too, is it's good to also have travel insurance too, because once again, it could be something that might impact your flights if you're flying down. That's another reason too, if you are taking a cruise, it's always good to maybe fly down a day before, you relax a little bit, enjoy, then board the ship the next day. And when you actually do river cruises in Europe, the river cruise industry, primarily a lot of them do have people flying the day before to relax too, because it's such a long flight. So definitely keep that in mind because it's something good to know too. As far as new ships coming out, we've got some beautiful ones too. One that actually was just debuted earlier was the Seabourn Cruise Line. Their Seabourn Pursuit had an exclusive event to celebrate their completion of their first sailing in the Kimberly region, and that was fun. They did their naming ceremony, of course. It was their latest purpose-built expedition ship, and in Australia. And it's really an industry first because the vessel was christened by the traditional owners of the Australians Kimberley region too. And that took place on June 29th. But once again, Seabourn is a luxury cruise line, and they do wonderful things. So once again, it's kind of fun to see a luxury cruise line ship being christened, named. In this case, it was done in Australia, yes. And it was really fun because once again, they did some wonderful things. They had some special presentations, events too, which is great. I know the one they did too was they did a special smoking ceremony. It's done for visitors to see what their old people's spirits are that will follow them too, which is kind of fun if you don't think about it that way too. But once again, it's kind of fun thing to do too. And also afterwards, the traditional owners painted an nocturne performed in a jumba, which is a traditional storytelling song and dance too. And then guests could visit the ancient rock art sites and hear local stories too. And they did. Then the day culminated with a special fishing naming ceremony, and that's when the Wanaba Gambara language and English was used to represent the Wumbamba Gambara Original Corporation, which actually christened the ship too. And so again, once again, it's kind of fun. And the God Force, of course, did smash a bottle of usually champagne to bring good luck to the ship, and so that's fun too. So once again, just a wonderful thing that actually came up end of June. But Seabourn Pursuit is Seabourn Cruises' newest ship, and it was just christened, and it is their newest expedition ship, but very, very luxury too. So keep that in mind too, just in case, because I think she is sailing out of Australia. I'll share more about that later in a future episode. As far as other anniversaries, this is kind of fun. Yes, cruise industry. As far as cruise industry, we have cruise lines that actually have special birthdays. Yes, a good one is Carnival Corporation. I think they just celebrated their 52nd birthday, I believe. I could be wrong by maybe 2 years, but like Windstar Cruises, which is really phenomenal. They're celebrating their 40th anniversary birthday. They're doing a special series of events starting in October this year, and the celebration is going to be kicking off with 2 different cruises. One is going to be the Aegean Sea Odyssey via the Corinth Canal. The itinerant Star Legend is departing on October 12th, and the Treasures of the Greek Islands trip on the Wind Spirit is going to be departing on October 13th. And a highlight of this commemoration is going to be a joint celebration with Ephesus on October 16th, where the Star Legend and the Wind Spirit, representing the 2 brands' different ship styles, will actually come together. So how fun that's going to do too. And they have a special event that's going to be featuring live music and a 5-course dinner and wonderful things. I think that's so wonderful for different cruise lines to celebrate anniversaries, birthdays. But Windstar Cruises is celebrating their 40th year at sea this year, and they're doing celebrations this October with some more things too. But one thing that Christopher Prelog, who is the president of Windstar Cruises, mentioned, Windstar has a remarkable 40 years in the company and has really remained devoted to a small ship cruising and long-term standing sailings within Tahiti, the Caribbean, and also Europe. And a fun thing about Christopher Prelog actually is he began his career on the ship that is now the Star Legend. Yes! How fun. We have a lot of really fantastic executives that actually started their beginnings working in the cruise industry, working on ships too. I'll be sharing about that in my new book, Good Ship Happens, Extraordinary Leadership, Amazing Leadership Steering the Cruise Industry too. But we've got some really, really fantastic leaders in the cruise industry that actually worked on cruise ships first and then transitioned into executive roles. But it's so fun for Christopher Prelog, who actually have started his first job his career on a ship that is now the Star Legend, which is, of course, one that's operated by Windstar Cruises. But how fun! I think that's wonderful too. And also, he mentioned what they're doing too is to honor their crew. Um, they just it's truly that their crew they really make their brand successful because once again, I think that's friendly smile. Remember their past guests and greeting by name. That really offers a big hug too. And I've had that experience happen myself too when I was staying on a different cruise line. But amazing about people that stayed on that big cruise line, which is great, and you can see the joy and happiness that the crew members got when they saw their guests that they've known. So once again, with the special anniversary celebrations, they're going to continue fleet-wide from October this year until through October 25, and they've got planned different activities. They're going to have a complimentary Ruby anniversary cocktails served during a special 40 years a Windstar trivia event, and then a chance for trivia winners to actually enter a drawing for a cruise for 2 aboard the Star Seeker's inaugural sailing. And how fun! I mean, to actually enter a trivia contest, okay? And it's their complimentary Ruby anniversary cocktails served during a special anniversary 40 years of Windstar trivia contest too, which is great too. And just more about Windstar Cruises. They were actually founded in 1984 as Windstar Sail Cruises, and they operate 6 ships. They've changed the name to Windstar Cruises, of course, and their 6 ships include 3 Wayne-class sailing ships and 3 Star-class motor yachts, too. And the exciting news is, and they mentioned this at conferences earlier in the spring, they plan to add 2 new all-suite motor yachts in 2025 and 2026. And of course, their motor yachts actually going to be small luxury types of experiences, not just a motor riding on a ship, riding on the water too, but they're calling their new all-suite motor yachts in 2025 and 2026. So it's good to kind of celebrate. Cruise line has been around 40 years now, and also how fun that Richard Prelog, their president, actually started his first job working on one of their ships too, which is fantastic. So once again, another good way to kind of celebrate some positive things too, because that's really part of my good ship happens mindset too. I know that something else coming out too is, with Disney Cruise Line, they've got their new ship coming out. It's the Disney Destiny, and they shared more details. I think that's kind of fun. It's their new Heroes and Villains inspired ship. Okay, I like that. Heroes and villains. Well, I like heroes, not villains. But anyway, fun twist. And the Disney Destiny is going to start sailing in late 2025 from Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale, which is great. And both heroes and villains will be across the Disney universe, taking the center stage aboard the Disney Destiny. They'll have a range of Disney, Pixar, and Marvel characters. They'll be the inspiration behind these themed different venues and entertainment aboard the ship. What I like too is they're going to have new lounges celebrating Cruella de Vil and Pirates of the Caribbean. I love that. I love taking cruise ships too. And once again, when cruise lines started having their outdoor theaters, I had a chance to just experience. You could watch movies during the day, outdoor theater, relax on lounge chairs, whatever. And one movie I saw, I've seen it several times before, was actually I watched Pirates of the Caribbean while I was sailing on the Caribbean on a cruise ship, okay? But it's fun that with the Disney Destiny, they're going to have new lounges celebrating the Pirates of the Caribbean, and guests can really encounter Maleficent, Hades, Cruella de Vil, of course, Cruella de Vil, I don't know, Captain Hook, Mr. Smee, and then Oogle Boogle, Boogie, different shows, meet and greets with special appearances throughout the ship too. And the stateroom, each stateroom on board the Disney Destiny is going to showcase a custom network, depicting Disney legends. I mean, what do you think about Disney legends? Characters you really love, right? I do that too. Although I'd rather stick with Pirates of the Caribbean, that Cruella de Vil. But anyway, a personal touch. But also, they've got many of their staterooms going to have the option of a connecting door that connects adjoining staterooms. and accommodate larger groups too, which is great. And they've got their large concierge staterooms and suites will support the artworks inspired by Disney's animations Fantasia. Also, their concierge guests will have access to different exclusive areas too. And they've got 7 ocean view rooms that are located directly above the bridge and adorned with the distinctive icons of Pixar Incredibles. Also, the ship's going to have 4 different royal suites. They've got the Hero Suites. That's actually inspired with Disney's animation Hercules. They've got the Incredible Suites, which exploits the Incredibles. Okay. And also, the Disney Destiny is going to debut a new dining experience. They've got their Pride Lands Feast of the Lion King on board. And it's going to be inspired by music of that Disney film, which I like. Who doesn't like the Lion King? I do. I love it. It's great. And as families dine, there's going to be ensemble musicians and storytellers that that take the stage as center of the restaurant too. And of course, the performances are going to include the Circle of Life. Another one is Hakuna Matata, which I love. It's so fun. You sit there and you want to sing along, right? Hakuna Matata? Yeah. But that's going to take place in their dining room. Also, they've got Edna Mode's Lab, and that's where the fashion designer from Pixar Animation Studios, The Incredibles, films whips up outfits for the supers, and it's really great too. And also they've got the Delville's Piano Lounge, which is actually inspired by Cruella de Vil. Well, hey, DeVille's Piano Lounge, Cruella de Vil, yes. And then it's inspired by their 101 Dalmatians. And also the adults only lounge will serve martinis and cocktails and wines and bubblies. And one side of the DeVille will be actually open to the Grand Hall, allowing guests to really sit back and just drink and enjoy a really beautiful view of the ship's gathering space too. And then just off the Grand Hall, they've got 2 casual walk-up cafes, and they'll serve a selection of coffee, tea, specialty beverages, and snacks. Cafe Megarara, which is named after the hero of Hercules, will pay homage to the film's Ancient World of Greek Gods too. And another one is the Cafe Meridia. Is inspired by Pixar's Brave, which is great. And they've got their Cask and Cannon Pub. And guests will be able to join the ranks of Pirates of the Caribbean, so guests can really enjoy televised sporting events, menu specialty and vintage rums, along selections of brews in a true pirate style. Okay? And also something else they mentioned too is as far as guests will be welcome to sip cocktails along the 999 Happy Haunts of Disney Parks, which is at the Haunted Mansion Parlor. Okay, so they can actually enjoy 999 Happy Haunts with the Haunted Mansion Parlor. And this experience is actually going to be debuting on Disney's Treasure in December this year. And characters from the Haunted Mansion attractions will come out in socialized, mysterious ways too. And once again, they're going to have some new seafaring arrivals too. A new storyline featuring a ship captain. And once again, the haunted homewares and spooky souvenirs will be available at the bar. Okay. And with the Disney Destiny, she's going to introduce a really quirky new storyline filled with the Disney animation villains to Aqua Mouse. And it's a signature attraction at sea. It's a 760-foot long water slide towering over the upper decks of the ship. Additionally, this is fun. Sing a Silly Song will be one of the 4 shows available in the Aqua Mouse aboard the ship, complete with music, lighting, special effects, and more. But how fun. I love the Sing a Silly Song. That sounds fun, doesn't it? And of course, the Aqua Mouse, which is their 760-foot long slide, which towers over the upper decks of the ship too. How fun, though. And just keep it in mind as far as the Disney Destiny, which is coming out. Okay? But how fun. And Disney does a great job too, and they've got their new private island. I'll share more about that later on too. but they're doing more of that too. But anyway, another one came up too is, Carnival Cruise Line has, they've got their new Celebration Key. It's a year away, but it's their private out island in the Bahamas. They've got another one they use, but this is actually going to be called Celebration Key, and it's a year away. But what they're doing is they just reveal more about their Pearl Cove Beach Club. It's their Celebration Key's exclusive retreat, and it's an exclusive retreat for people that have experience for guests that have to be 18 years and older. Okay, and once again, they've got other things also for other people too. But what they just did, they announced this as far as more about the Pearl Cove Beach Club at Celebration Key, which is coming out next year. Okay, it's private outline. But with the Pearl Cove Beach Club, it's going to feature lush, secluded entry opening views of this beautiful, it's going to be 11,000 square foot infinity pool with a sun shelf, water lounges, and swim up bar. How fun. And they're going to have a pink striped umbrellas, which give people more comfort, of course, too, as they enjoy the sun lounges and the elegant day beds in the across, by the pool area. And the DJ's going to be playing music, of course, too. It's going to get great tropical lounge music too for people to enjoy while they're just lounging out and socializing too. And then if you're looking for lunch or an afternoon snack, the Pearl Cove Beach Club guests will actually find appoint a full service restaurant for them to enjoy with an elevated menu, bar and lounge with indoor and outdoor seating too, which is great too. So that sounds really fantastic, doesn't it? And once again, with Celebration Key, it's a way to really give their guests who sail on Carnival Cruise Line more elevated options and experiences with its 5 portals. And they specifically designed that Pearl Cove Beach Club as a perfect place for adults to lounge, maybe relax, unwind in their own paradise, which is great too. And once again, too, is they're also, like I said, they're now opening up reservations for Pearl Cove. So if people are getting ready to book on a ship that's going to Pearl Cove, but there's Celebration Key, people that are booking can actually reserve some different spots at Pearl Cove, which is great, in advance. And once again, they're taking reservations for Pearl Cove Beach Club now. And once again, if you're getting yourself booked on a Carnival Cruise Line that's going to be sailing to Celebration Key, you can actually right now, make reservations for different things. For instance, they got 3 options. They mentioned the Club Access plus a welcome drink. They've got their Club Access plus the premium bar. They've got the Club Access, which is inclusive, and then food from their Pearl Cove restaurant, so different categories. And then for all guests spending the day at Celebration Key, I know Carnival's offering reservations for 8 different types of villas, cabanas, and day beds. And it's got 14 different zones across the destination, which is great too. So keep that in mind too, because it sounds like a wonderful experience. And once again, too, it's just a way to really experience. The cruise ship is wonderful, but the private outlines are wonderful too, because once again, you can explore so much. Beautiful experiences. You can sit down and relax, watch the oceans. You can entertain yourself, listen to music. They have great places to eat and dine. And also right now, they'll have cabanas. They've got large cabanas. They've got the Over Lagoon Super Villas, which is great. And they've got, of course, their Over the Lagoon cabanas. These cabanas actually are located on peninsulas that are over the Calypso and Starfish Lagoons, which sounds gorgeous. And once again, too, they got their beach super villas. These are located in the family-friendly area, beach, and also there are 2 of their adults-only beaches too. So once again, guests can actually enjoy Memorial Day beach day with a sofa, armchairs, hammocks, and sun loungers too. And of course, amenities include their locking cabinets, dining table for 8. They've got a mini fridge stocked with water, soft drinks, and cooling ceiling fans, along with fresh fruits and snacks upon arrival, as well as lunch delivery too. So once again, for people that are interested in Celebration Key, which is going to be opening up next year, a year out, guests sailing on Carnival Cruise Lines. There are different types of Carnival Cruise Line ships going to be going to Celebration Key, their new private island. Once again, you can actually look it up too, and if you want to get things booked specifically, if we're going to be going to that private island in the Bahamas that they're launching next year, Celebration Key. And once again, they've got their adults only area with special venues too, which is great. And then we've got the other areas too, their family areas, family beaches, etc. But definitely keep that in mind too, because once again, it's a great way to really kind of relax when you go to the private island. And this is a new one that Carnival Cruise Lines is working on, and it's called Celebration Key, and she will actually be debuting in a year. Okay, but keep that in mind too, because that's great too. I love private islands. They're beautiful places to relax. You feel safe, enjoy the waters, the music, entertainment, different venues, great food to eat too. And so keep that in mind too. It's great too. Something else I want to share about too is also, I've talked about this quite a bit, but with MSC Cruises, they are a family-owned brand, but also with MSC Group, they own MSC Cruises. They own their luxury cruise line, which they launched last year, Explorer Journeys. I'll be talking about more of that in a minute. But also, they also have their MSC Foundation. And with their MSC Foundation, what they did too, it's family-owned, of course, too. They're celebrating their 6th year. But also, with MSC Cruises, the parent company, what they did was they actually were able to lease an island in the Bahamas. I think they did it maybe in 2019, but they leased the island for 100 years from the Bahamian government. It had been abandoned by a manufacturing company, and when MSC Cruises went in there to clean things up, they had to tow away 1,500 tons of scrap metal. They invested more than $400 million themselves to get the island cleaned up because the trees were dead. The beaches were in bad shape too, but they cleaned it up. And it's their private island in the Bahamas. I've been there. It's gorgeous. And one nice thing too is they do dock there, and you walk right off the ship. Beautiful areas. I've got this lighthouse tower you go to, enjoy cocktails, whatever, walk top lighthouse. They've got beautiful areas too. Plus, they're really, really focused too, as far as the MSC Group. What they did too is with their Ocean Key MSC Reserve, they're really focusing on also a separate super coral program. And this is taking place at their Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve. And what they did was the MSC Foundations, which is their nonprofit super coral program, it's a way to really help broaden the environmental sustainability. And what they did was I ran across a really great interview with the Andrew Brett, who's the managing director of the island, and he mentioned, he shared some things about his own personal moment of being involved in the MSC Foundation Super Coral program at Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve. He mentioned his first dive, literally a dive, was actually to their replanted coral reefs in the summer 2021. And he mentioned it was a really eye-opening experience too, witnessing the growth of the tag coral varieties first planted before COVID-19. And then another moment was driving with Owen. He's our Super Coral Marine Research Program Manager, and really tying up a small branch of the Elkhorn coral to their first coral nursery trees. And he said witnessing the enthusiasm and devotion of their members was just really successful as far as a successful nursery dive, okay? And as far as the progress, he mentioned we really made enormous progress with the arrival of marine biologist Dr. Owen O'Shea. I've actually communicated with him online. He sounds like a fantastic person, but he's been overseeing the development and expansion of their coral nursery and the start of building the work at their marine It's the Marine Conservation Center, okay? And what they're doing, I think this is wonderful. They're actively involving university postgraduate students, and it's been such a pleasure to be part of the foundation's growth and see the island community really embrace and actively participate in the foundation's goals and programs. And as far as Ocean K's development and the MSC Foundation Super Coal program, in the future, he mentions that the plan for developing the island and its services really aims to meet growing demand driven by people's strong desire to travel into the Bahamas and Ocean Cay. And the itinerary is always a core factor for any kind of considered decision to book a cruise. Once again, if you ever have a chance to go to MSC Ocean Cay Marine Reserve, go. It's phenomenal. I want to go back so bad. I was there for a christening of one of their ships, but it was phenomenal to go there too. And what they've done too is almost every MSC cruise ship that departs from the U.S. ports actually does visit their Ocean Cay MSC Marine Reserve too. And it really is a driving force too. And Ocean Cay has been designated as the Mission Blue Hope Spot that offers 1.5 miles of beautiful beaches, diverse tours. They've got food and beverage services, lifeguarding, transportation, technical and landscaping infrastructure. And it really also plays a crucial role in their collaboration with the MSC Foundation Super Coal program too. And he mentions they really don't see themselves as two different entities. They're working together too, which is great. And their team is really focused on delivering fantastic experiences for their guests, by educating guests about their commitment to the environment, both above and below the water, and therefore they're not just a holiday destination. And they also have their official Hope Spot. It's a place that's recognized as a critical to their ocean health that gives back to the Caribbean seas, which are around them too. And their Super Coal program goals are to protect and preserve the marine habitat perfectly with their educating and inspiring their island team members, both Bahamian and also from other places too. And also their Super Coal program is gaining recognition from their neighboring cays and islands, from Bimini to the Wire Bahamian family islands. And they've got a lot of positive feedback too. So I think that's really wonderful what they're doing too. And then he mentioned, they mentioned their mission really is to develop and protect their island's fauna and flora. Okay, and like I said, they're working very, very hard on this too. And what they've achieved so far is amazing too, especially the super coral trees. That's great. But he mentioned in his role as the managing director of Ocean Cay, as far as he sees the Super Coal program that's contributing to the island's broader mission and objectives. He just mentioned that their island and the foundation, the MSC Foundation's programs, really places at the forefront. Those responding to the UN Ocean Decade Challenges and the Sustainable Development Goal of really spotlighting and transforming humanity's relationship with the seas too. That's just great. I think it's a wonderful program they're doing too, and it's a great place to visit too. And like I said, just phenomenal. And I love it when it's there. I want to go back there on a cruise. Once again, just very relaxing. And what they've done so far is building super cool trees too, as part of the MSC Foundation. And also a quick note about the MSC Foundation. They are now celebrating their 6th year. So the MSC Foundation has been around for 6 years now, which is great. So I think that's just a wonderful way to kind of really, really find ways to really make sure that ocean life is sustainable, doesn't kill off, and I love what they're doing there too. It's just a great, great thing that they're doing with MSC Foundation, also of course with the MSC Group, and once again, it's family owned. In addition to the foundation, the family of course owns the MSC Cruises. They also have their Explorer Journeys, their new luxury cruise line, which launched last year with Explorer One. And also the family first started years and years ago, probably hundreds of years ago, as a Mediterranean shipping group too. But I'll keep you informed of this too, and more updates. It's really great to share that too. Some other things too is, really fun things too is, we talk about wellness on board cruise ships too. And once again, with cruise ships, there's so many options on board, as far as they have, of course, places to work out, and you've also got some retreats there on board the cruise ships. But one thing that came up too was Scenic. Okay, Scenic Luxury Cruises and Tours, and they're best known for their discovery yachts and their river cruise voyages. They just unveiled 3 new wellness retreat cruises. And once again, they're going to be sailing. Scenic has 3 wellness retreat cruises planned, one in 2024, and then two in 2026. And they're going to be visiting destinations such as Brazil and Valparaiso. And each of these wellness retreats offers a distinct range of experiences for people to enjoy, to cater to all the aspects of well-being. Guests can engage in master classes. One's called Healthy Cooking. I like that. They got their smoothie power sessions. Who doesn't like smoothies? But they got one called Smoothie Power Sessions. I think that's fun. Also, people can just participate in immersive workshops on topics such as massage, basics, and also headache relief. And also retreats are going to have daily activities. And these include yoga, Pilates, also full stretch classes. And guests can also participate in a circuit training and also calisthenic classes, sessions with to really elevate foot discomfort, also Zumba, which I think is fun, Zumba. And that's through rhythm dance, which is great. Additional activities will include football classes for back relief. Also, they've got their Tiberian bowls. That's with sound healing. I think that's fun, doesn't it? Sound fun. Also, they've got their enriching lectures and also workshops by wellness experts. And the programming is really crafted to really deliver holistic benefits, promoting relaxation, vitality, self-care that travelers can enjoy aboard their luxury yachts, which is great. And then they've got some other things that people can learn and take home too. I think that's fun. Also, this inaugural retreat is going to sail from Barbados to Brazil on November 5th of this year. She's going to offer a rejuvenating 12-day voyage through spinning, really, really stunning, I think, Caribbean waters with remote shores to French Guyana, also the beaches of Brazil. And on board, guests can really enjoy Scenic's eclipse, can be in the Scenic eclipse. But their square foot Senses Spa, which features saunas, a cold plunge pool. Okay, a cold plunge pool. Well, hey. And they also got Vitality Pool, and also it's going to be offering some luxurious days at sea too, wellness classes on board, and enriching instruction too. And then in 2026, Scenic will introduce a second 10-day wellness retreat on board the Scenic Eclipse, and guests can sail from Barbados to the virate capital of the Canary Islands and enjoy a blend of wonderful things. This includes, of course, culture, history, and natural health, and also the cruise, which departs on April 24th, only has a few port stops, but it really lets passengers enjoy and focus on the relaxation, the self-care, and also indulgence. And then during those days at sea, guests can really take advantage of the all-inclusive spa program with facilities such as their infrared and biosaunas. Once again, a cold plunge pool. Cold plunge pool, okay? And they've got their salt therapy lounge with ocean views too. And then the third wellness retreat is going to take place in 2026, of course. It's a journey from Panama City to Santiago. And this is really designed for people that are learning self-care and relaxation. It's going to be a 10-day voyage. It's going to be featuring tranquil days at sea, where guests can really immerse themselves in an expert-led yoga and Pilates. Also meditation processes too, which is great. And really soothing with healing sessions too. So once again, take a look at that, because that's Scenic. They're offering these 3 new wellness retreat cruises Well, it's going to be taking place this fall in November, and they've got 2 more coming up in 2026. But once again, their inaugural retreat is going to take place, start on November 5th this year, 2024, from Barbados to Brazil. So keep that in mind, because it's going to be a 12-day voyage, which really goes through the beautiful Caribbean too, and then you can really enjoy different things too. So keep that in mind, because it sounds great, okay? Keep that in mind, because once again, you can relax on a cruise ship, and these are really, really sounds like they're phenomenal things too. Something else to mention too is we've got some updates on new ships coming out too with the MSC Cruises. They've got their MSC World Europa, and I'll have a chance to be on that ship next year. I'm really excited. But with the World Europa, I'm sorry, World America. Sorry, apologize. World America. She's gonna have the ultimate family vacation at sea experience with new Lego experiences, and their largest kids club too. But kids do like to play Legos, right? But on the World America, debuting next year, she's going to have new Lego experiences and the largest kids club, which is great. And once again, she's going to really feature not with their kids area. It's going to be spanning, I think, 10,000 square feet, which is great. And they do have they've elevated their partnership with Lego Group, and the ship is actually the first Lego themed parade at sea. Okay, so once again, if you do go on the World America, they're going to have their first Lego themed parade at sea. How fun! And they've got their Family Aventura District. It's going to be home to the harbor, which is an interactive area for parents and children, plus their Cliffhanger, which is the only ever water swing ride at sea. Yes, I've written about it. It sounds kind of interesting. I don't know if I want to swing over the water at sea, but it's very, very safe, and they're launching that too. And it's going to be featuring, as far as World America, she's going to feature 7 different districts on board. It's going to enter service on April 2025. I think April 9th is when she's going to be christened. I'm being flown down there for that too. And she's going to offer different types of experiences. And once again, the Family Aventura is really a go-to destination for parents and kids, which is great around the dock. So keep that in mind. Also with the World America, she'll have, let's see, they've got their, as I mentioned, the new Lego Parade, which sounds fun. It's going to be the first in the cruise industry, okay? Also, they've got their new Lego Family Zone, okay? It's a new area for master builders and bricks enthusiasts. Also, they've got their new Lego game show, so that's fun too. They've got their new Boxes Family Game Show, and families get the chance to compete in boxes. It's a new family-filled family game where each mystery box will contain a blind challenge in order to win prizes. And then they got their new Dory Mix Family Disco. Okay, this is a new version, and it's the first time that they have technology plus multi-sea visuals too. And parents and their kids can actually dance together. How fun! And they've also got some high-tech experiences too. This has been created for teenagers, but the Star Shooters is their venture course with Sportplex, with targets for participants to hit and then rack up points for a win. And virtual reality at Luna Park is going to give guests access to their latest virtual reality technology experiences too. They've got their the new harbor, and at the heart of their Family Aventura area, the harbor is really a revolutionary new outdoor park where families come together and just engage different activities with delicious bites, of course, too, and soak up in the sun. And then they've got their some things that are returning to this ship that are on other cruise line ships that MSC Cruises has. They've got their Sportplex, which is a gaming space too. Also, they've got they'll have pickleball, of course. They've got hoverboards, sports programs, interactive, game shows and bumper cars and roller skating too. And then also they've got, coming back on the ship, they're on the other ships too, is their Guinness World Record of Family Quiz. How fun. Also got their Master Chef at Sea Juniors. This is a new generation of cooks that actually can have the opportunity to really compete in a kids cooking competition too. And with the MSC World America, she really enters service in April of next year. And her blend is really American comfort and European design, which provides guests with really great experiences too. And it's going to have 7 different districts, as I mentioned, and from their their vertically water slide, also their Y-shaped aft will open up, and the outdoor promenade. Also, she'll have their reimagined outdoor world promenade. They've got their indoor world galleria. They got 13 restaurants on board, 6 specialty restaurants. Also, they got some new concept. They got the Butcher Cuts Steakhouse, the Kato Sushi and Teppanyaki, also the Hola Tacos and a Cantina. And they got 4 main restaurants on board. They serve globally desired cuisine with American favorites too. They've got their Luna Park Pizza and Burger. This is complimentary casual food, fast food. It's next to Luna Park. And also they've got 20 different lounges and bars. New is their sports bar. And it's going to have a sports memorabilia, a space where guests can really feel welcome. And also, like I said, they can enjoy different things, different screens to enjoy. Plus, popular bar food like wings and sliders, also games like darts and foosball. Also got new on board the ship is called their Comedy Club. It's a place where guests can really come and lay back, let loose, and enjoy, just take life a little bit less seriously too. That's fun too, because evenings begin with interactive and comical during pianos experiencing different things too, and then once again too, we have amazing comedians too on board too. So that's in their new comedy club. Also, they've got their the Gin Project. It's actually offering extensive choices of craft gins with cocktails, and they've got their mixology bar. What they do is it's expert mixologists create special handcrafted concoctions too, which is great. They've got their Masters of the Sea. This is their classic British pub, which comes full sail, and with micro brewery making the MSC signature beers on board. So they're making the beers on board too. And they've got their coffee emporium. It's their modern coffee house with offering any coffee connoisseurs choices made from the world's fresh coffee beans, etc. They've also got their Jean-Philippe Chocolate Shop and Cafe, which offers custom chocolates, coffee, and other treats. And they'll have more too coming by too. Once again, new is they've got their state-of-the-art cliffhanger, which is the only over-water swing ride at sea, towering 400 milligrams above the ocean. But it's very, very safe. Also, they've got their 11-deck high dry slide, which is made of stainless steel. Gives the guests a way to really reach the lower decks in style too. So that's kind of fun. And something else they're doing on board this ship too is they've got 6 pools, 14 different hot tubs, which is great. They have an indoor spacious pool. Also got their expansive water park, which is beautiful, looks beautiful. Kids club. They've got 3 different entertainment venues on board with all new live music, entertainment, and theater shows. Also, they've got their stylish, comfortable staterooms and suites. And also another private part they're doing too is it's a tradition now on MSC Cruises. They got the MSC Yacht Club. This is a special area. It's keto access only. Your own private butlers, your balcony staterooms. Concierge to help you too. Your own privately dedicated lounge and restaurant, plus your private pool and sun deck area too. And it's just beautiful. So once again, definitely it's called the Ship Within a Ship. Once again, MSC Cruises launched the MSC Yacht Club, I think probably back in 2013 or 12, but I had a chance to experience it myself. It was wonderful. So keep that in mind, because once again with MC Cruises, with their new ship coming out next year, the World America Sounds Beautiful, different things they're doing too, new things already on their other ships too. And then one thing I want to share too about MC Cruises, before I kind of end up my show today, is I know that what they're doing is, with MSC Cruises, they announced that they're actually rolling out more than 90 exclusive shore excursions for the MSC Yacht Club guests, which is really great too. And so once again, they've got these private shore excursions that are going to be launched, okay, for people that stay in the MC Yacht Club. They just made this announcement a couple weeks ago, but once again, it's available to the people that actually stay in the MC Yacht Club, and it's their secluded retreat too, but also they've got some of these 90 plus shore excursions. A couple include Cozumel, Mexico. One's a luxurious catamaran and snorkeling experience in Cozumel. Another one is in Falmouth, Jamaica, and that's an exclusive plush cabana in the forest grounds near the Martha Brae River. Been there, it's beautiful. Another one is in Cannes, France. It's a sensory experience and a really exclusive perfume making workshop. I think it'd be fun to make perfume in a workshop, but also when you're in France. And also in Italy, I think this is fun. In Geneva, Italy, people can really immerse themselves in a pesto cooking class, which is great. Something else I mentioned, this is wonderful too, as far as Iceland. They've got this Fontana geomet baths in Iceland. And this excursion offers MSC Yacht Club guests a rejuvenating experience for the mind, body, and their soul, allowing them to really enjoy the remarkable rich water with this geothermal Fontana baths, which sounds great. I think two more they're doing too. Just ran across these two. In Scotland, this is fun. They've got this world-class whiskey distillery in Scotland that people can actually enjoy too. And that's just a few. Once again, they're just launching 90 new special shore excursions for people that stay in the MC Yacht Club, which is great. And then one thing also they're doing too is, I know that with Explorer Journeys, they launched the first ship last year, the Explorer 1. The Explorer 2 is going to be launching this year, which is great. It's luxury, of course, but with the Explorer Journeys, Explorer 2 coming out this year, they just did a special, they're doing their inaugural season, of course, in September. And what's great too is the Explorer 2 is going to be docked less than 500 feet from the racetrack of the Formula One Grand Prix de Monaco 2025, which is great. So once again, I just announced that. I think I just got that yesterday, which is great too. So keep that in mind, because Explorer 2 coming out this year, she's going to be offering some really, really great things too on board. Once again, their Explorer 1 came out, of course, last year, and she actually sailed out her maiden voyage on August 1st, 2023 last year. Once again, they're doing some special anniversary things too. I'll be sure to remember that later on too. But once again, think about their what they do is they call it bringing their ocean life to sea, which is great. But that's Explorer Journeys, and it's luxury, but just really, really is a great option to think about too. If you think about luxury, smaller ships, and just what they do as far as embracing, because once again, they have limited capacity on board their ships because they're smaller, and the Explorer 1 came out last year. Explorer 2 comes out this year, and it's really more of a lifestyle brand for them too, which is great too. So keep it in mind, because once again, we've got different, it's part of their 6 ships coming out in the next couple of years. What they do is, as mentioned, the Explorer 1 launched last year, and they've got actually 6 luxury ships, part of their Explorer Journeys ships. And like I said, they accommodate, as mentioned, on the Explorer 1, it offers 461 staterooms, of course, And like I said, it's gorgeous, beautiful views. They've got their chef's kitchen, 12 bars. They've got cabanas that are private cabanas. They've got 8 indoor and 4 outdoor lounges, 4 swimming pools too, but just another way to kind of really relax and that ocean life to see too. So definitely think about Explorer Journeys if you think about another option as far as cruising, okay? I think we're going to end today with Dr. Sylvia Earles, because she is, of course, one of the people that have been working with the MSC Foundation. And Dr. Sylvia Earles is actually the godmother of the Explorer One last year. And she's been working with them, partnering with them on different things they're doing too. And we can end with her. She's a great, great person. I've written about her. But once again, she has been working really hard with the MSC Foundation and doing things with her company too. And Dr. Sylvia Earles. We can end with that right now. That'd be great. Because she was the godmother of the Explorer One last year. I don't know if they've named the godmother of the Explorer 2 yet. I'll let you know about that too. But it's just a wonderful cruise line. I haven't had a chance to experience them myself, but I've written about them, and they just seem just phenomenal. And they're family owned. I've met one of the owners. He's fantastic.
Took me a second to get things up, but yeah, we'll close out with Dr. Sylvia Earle, like you said, and
Yes.
everything. But
Yes.
that's a great way to close out. I was actually watching some of the Olympics, and I know some people will be thinking about going to Paris now that the Olympics are
Oh,
winding
yes.
up this weekend
Yes.
and everything. So definitely, but we'll close out with Dr. Sylvia. I was actually watching some of the track and field and all along those lines, but we'll go out with Dr. Sylvia Earle.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
I'm Dr. Sylvia Earle, a marine biologist, oceanographer, explorer, and I'm passionate about the protection of this blue planet. I grew up next to the ocean in the Gulf of Mexico, and I've witnessed how much the ocean has changed and how marine life has been endangered. But I know there is still time to help the ocean, which is why I was drawn to the Aponte family's sustainability mission. Explorer Journeys has a genuine ambition to connect people with the wonders of the sea, its marine life, its communities, spiritually, physically, and intellectually. We share the same values and have the same objectives to deepen people's relationship with the ocean, to explore, protect, and restore. Explorer Journeys calls it the ocean state of mind, a sensibility that will ensure the protection of this precious blue planet. Through my foundation, Mission Blue, we're working on ocean conservation, inspiring hope with champions across the world. Beginning with my extraordinary role as godmother to Explorer One, we will be heralding a meaningful collaboration between myself, Mission Blue, and Explorer Journeys and the MSC Foundation towards preserving and restoring the world's oceans, the blue heart of the planet.